Hi once again. Hope the second video had explained to you how the sensory motor stage and what are its happenings in a young child. Now this third video is going to explain to you about the second stage of Piaget's cognitive theory, that is pre-operational period, and it is also going to give you some of the suggestive strategies or the implications of the Piaget's theory as a whole. At the end of this video, you will be able to figure out the second stage of cognitive development that covers the lifespan of 2 to 6 years, realize the implications of Piaget's cognitive approach towards learning and early years setting, and adopt the same as a facilitator. The second stage of cognition, as per Piaget, spans 2 to 7 years of life. The ability to represent things mentally or rapidly increases at this stage, though the thought is not logical. But what is meant by the term operation in pre-operational? Operations are nothing but mental actions that follow certain rules or logical rules. However, pre-operational indicates that the child at this stage are rigid in their thinking, influenced by only one feature, and limited to that situation. Hence, they are not capable of operations. That is why we call it as pre-operational period. As per Piaget, the children in the age of 2 to 7 years develop certain concepts in their pre-operational period. They are egocentrism, animistic thinking, and transductive reasoning. Let us see each of these in detail. Egocentrism. This is the most important concept during this stage. The term ego refers to self. Hence, a child is said to be self-centered. Self-centered doesn't mean selfish. But the children believe that everyone around them thinks, feels, perceives things as in the same way as a child does. Piaget proved the development of this concept through a demonstration called 3 mountain problems. A child was made to stand on one side of a display of 3 mountains of different height arranged on a table. A doll was made to sit on the other side. The child was allowed to go around the mountain display, after which he is asked to pick up a photograph from a pile of photos to show how the mountain would appear from the doll's direction. The child will for sure pick up a photograph demonstrating his point of view. A practical example of egocentric approach is a child nodding his head in response to a telephonic conversation. Now the second is animistic thinking. The concept of egocentrism develops animistic thinking in a young child. It is an assumption that every object they see has got life, thoughts, and feelings as they do have. Putting in a simpler way, it is giving human characteristics to even inanimate objects. Few examples of animistic statements that are commonly used by a preschooler are, the sun goes to bed because it is tired. And even a child looks at a hole in the tree and says, didn't the tree cry when the hole was made? The third concept is transductive reasoning. It is an amazing capacity that a preschooler possesses, wherein they could connect disconnected facts and contradictions by linking 2 events that occur close to each other, either by space or time. However, they lack the capacity to reason from general to particular and vice versa. For example, a child pointing out that the cloud moves when I walk. Here the 2 disconnected facts are connected. Even when asked, do the clouds move when you sleep? The child confidently says yes, because the dogs and cats move around. Now Piaget, who described children in terms of what they can to a large extent during this period, also explained in terms of what they cannot. In that line, there are 3 major inabilities that a preschooler goes through. One is the inability to conserve, second one is inability to reverse, and the third one is inability to classify things hierarchically. First is inability to conserve. The realization that certain physical characteristics of an object do not change even when there is an observable change in their outward appearance is called conservation. The task of conservation involves number, length, mass, liquid and weight. Young children have trouble understanding that the same amount of liquid poured into containers of different shape remain the same. The preschooler's inability to conserve characterizes another concept called centration among them. Centration is an idea of focusing on only one feature of a situation, neglecting others. The second concept that they don't develop is irreversibility. It refers to the inability of a preschooler to reverse direction. This is because of the reason that they cannot follow the series of steps that allow them to return to the starting point. For example, a child will be able to answer the question of what is 2 plus 3 as 5, but cannot understand the reverse of that equation. The third inability is the inability to classify things hierarchically. The illogical thinking of the preschooler does not allow them to possess the capability of organizing objects as per their classes or subclasses based on the similarities and differences. For example, when a preschooler is showed 16 flowers, of which most of them are blue, and asked to answer the following question, whether there are more blue flowers or more flowers, they would confidently choose a first choice of more blue flowers. The reason behind this is their inability to think apart from the whole class of flowers to the subclass of yellow and blue flowers and back again. There are three major educational implications as it's going to be explained to you. First one is discovery learning. Piaget believed that every child acquires knowledge by directly acting on the environment. So the settings of the home or school environment should be in such a way that it provides wide opportunities for them to discover things for themselves by natural contact with the surrounding. The second is, as a facilitator, do not impose new skills unless a child has a readiness to learn. Piaget stresses on the level of thinking of a child at various ages, and he also argues that unless a child is ready to learn a particular skill, he or should not be imposed on it, because that becomes just a superficial memorization rather than a deeper understanding. The third is, individual differences exist. Please do remember that individual differences exist. Though all children go through the similar series of development, the rate varies from child to child. Hence, children in their early years are to be provided with ample opportunities for development without enforcing them to learn. So here follows some of the suggestive activities that you can provide to children in 0 to 2 years and in 2 to 7 years. First, the activities for 0 to 2 years. Allow the child to play with a rattle, squeaking toys to understand cause-effect relationship. That is, if I squeeze a duck, shake a rattle, noise is made. Allow the child to play peekaboo because it helps the infant to understand object permanence. And what can be the activities for 2 to 7 years? Playing dress up or playing house allows children to take on character, thereby helping them to overcome egocentrism by looking into things from others' perspective. Then the next activity can be on hands-on experience with toys that change shape, like playing with clay or play dough to understand the concept of conservation. Then even toys and puzzles can be given to them to learn facts and skills needed for development. But do remember, limit the use of workbooks, pencil and paper activities. Make them learn through play. On the whole, to sum up the 3 videos of Module 5, that is on the theoretical underpinnings of Piaget's cognitive approach towards learning and development, Piaget in his cognitive theory had explained of how schemas develop and gets processed by means of assimilation, accommodation, organization, equilibrium and disequilibrium. The second chunk of video explained to you about the sensory motor stage and its substages and what happens during this particular stage. The third video gave you an insight of the pre-operational period. What are the concepts that had been developed in that period and what are the concepts that's not developed and that's going to develop in the next period. And also the third video gave you an insight of the suggestive activities or the implications of Piaget's cognitive theory on the whole. Hope to meet you on the next video. Thank you as of now. Bye.